manipulate and fragment. Zojura's divide and rule games against the unity of Biafra nation. Monarch remanded in prison pending bail conditions. You must have serious amnesia. Naja Atu's statement is accurate. Erufai blast NSA. Nuhu Ribadu. My people, here another headlines is what we are going to dissect this morning. My name is Okute Daily Talk, or you can refer me with my other title, Ukulora One Nation. This is where the finest conversation ever take place, morning, afternoon, evening, including midnight. Anytime you signal us, we are always here at your command. So, my wonderfully made Biafran brothers and sisters, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. There's no time to take time. Kachineke Mezioku. The cynical strategy of Nigeria's divide and rule is starkly illuminated in the manipulation of ethnic tensions, where the reported contracting of Ipob boys to kill Igbo people serves not just an act of violence, but as a deliberate ploy to perpetuate discord amongst Easterners, ensuring the indigenous groups remain fragmented and less likely to unite under the banner of Biafra nation. Before I proceed, one of the content in this message that made me to bring it to my people is the IPOB Nigeria Limited Nzama people are still calling Simon Ekpa that he is the behind the killings in Ebonyi state. Simon Ekpa's own state, he said he is behind the killings. In fact, they said the people, or rather the militia in Ebubago, are all Ekpa's boys. And they still maintain their stand that Ekpa is working for Nigerian government. This is the problem we are having. Since the disappearance of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there's not any single thing or whatsoever for how many years now that DOS Nigeria, who said they are fighting for Biafrans, can account for and say this is the victory we have achieved in this area. The only victory they can tell you they achieved is attacking Simon Ekpa left, right, and center, just like Sonia Akparawa and co is attacking Ngozi Orabueze left, right, and center. Why no more Wato Nyoma? And why is it that Biafrans hate good things coming the ways of the Biafran people? Because whenever they signal and know a good leader, just like another said, by their fruit we shall know them. So this system of attacking and attacking and attacking, they have already seen you both physically and spiritually that this person is truly going to remove food from their mouth, because all this is Zama people claiming to be IPOB agitators. They have nothing to offer other than what is going to enter into their personal pocket. In other words, they don't mind to sell the whole Biafra land and remain a foreigner, or rather remain a slave in another foreign land, than to do the things that benefit the whole Biafrans they claim to be fighting for. So in this message, you are going to hear it as we proceed forward, so that when you get to know about it, you will not tell me I didn't tell you earlier that this is the content of the message. This message is part of the broader fight against good governance in the Biafra territory by the so-called DOS. Any head that arose and they see that this head is going to give them a test the test of their NC, like just like we used to say, I can see a gabayono. So if you are out there for this agitation and you don't align with their own ideology of scamming Biafrans and putting the money into your pocket, they will turn against you. But once you can align with them, just to scam the Biafrans and do, when you say A, you do B, my brother, you will be their good friends and good family members. But anyway, let us proceed. Couple of days ago, a well-known sympathizer of the world third and fourth most deadliest terror groups, Sheikh Abubakar Gumi, unscrupulously advised the Zoo government to arm Igbo youths against the IPOB movement. This, to a reasonable extent, is a project that has been covertly in motion, yes, of course, taking cognizance of the carnage that has been going on in the southeast in the past 4 years. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi only said the quiet part loud, and his utterances are either inspired by hubris of a confirmation that the state-sponsored systematic extermination program against Igbo is about to be escalated to new heights. The Nigerian authority, knowing fully well that it is almost impossible to successfully contract indigenous Igbo youth to do their bidding, they resort to using or enabling the political elites in the southeast to import the Igbo-phobic Ijaw boys under the rulership of Asari Dokubo to move around Imo State and other Igbo states to kill, maim, and terrorize under the guise of combating the insecurity with the government sponsored to blackmail Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network, ESN. And it is already happening. 4 days ago, the internet was awash with chilling videos of the brutal slaying, launching, and massacre of an Igbo youth in Imo State, accused of being responsible or part of the criminals who terrorized the environment. Whatever be the crime, the style of his execution is horrible and amount to war crimes and gross human rights violations. This style of indiscriminate and extrajudicial execution by state-backed machineries coincides with the dark counsel Sheikh Gumi widespread to the government to spur and fan the flames of intra-ethnic conflict amongst not only the Igbos, but more extensively the entire ethnic makeup of the old eastern region. The applaudable success of IPOB in repelling the influence of Miyetti allied terror groups as well as the Boko Haram into the east has sent furious resentment to the wells of Gumi, detailing that the presence of the Eastern Security Network under the sole proprietorship of the IPOB leadership would not allow these unfriendly elements into the region for a proposed conquest. During the Biafra genocide of 1967 to 1970, the federal military government of Nigeria used the same tactics against Ijaws, Ogonis, and other ethnic provinces in the coastal region of Biafra Republic, disguising as Biafrans from the hinterland and unleashing terror on the naive communities who had become victims of state psychological oppression, and this was to cultivate that strain of hatred between the very diverse tribes that made up of the cultural lineup of Biafra nation. In this new theater of war and strategic confrontation, where divisions is the weapon and unity prize, Biafrans must trade with both caution and cunning, for the soul of the Biafra is besieged by the age-old strategy of divide and conquer them. Justice must be served in respect to the unfortunate fallen innocents of also environs, but with the strategic wisdom of the IPOB Directorate of States. These are the brothers killing brothers, and proper revenge should be taken within a strategic austin of these misguided elements. The evils of Asari Dokubo and the Nigerian government must be met with their consequences. However, the soul of fraternity between the Biafran people across the board must be preserved. In the end, only a popular vote, which is referendum, will determine who is and is willing to be of the expected Biafra Republic. No one will be pleaded with, and no one will be lauded over. Written by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Jr., edited and published by Family Writers Press International. Begging for blood money, the Moso Initiative Crocodile Tears. It is obvious that the so-called Odemoso Initiative, a group of seemingly concerned indigenes in Osun local government area, has emerged, shedding tears and rattling empathy bowels before the Fulani government, hoping to be rewarded for their fabricated tales against IPOB. Like a hungry child crying for biscuits, they scream about landmines and violence, painting IPOB as villains, all in a desperate attempt to cash in on their manufactured crises. At the heart of their wailing is a familiar tone. IPOB is killing us. IPOB has destroyed us. IPOB is a terror group. Ah, how original. If only they had an ounce of honesty, they would admit the truth that the real architects of chaos are none other than Simon Ekpa's band of criminals working hand in hand with the Nigerian security forces to bring destruction to Biafra land. But alas, their hunger for federal government money has blinded them to reality. Let us examine their criminals with a microscope of truth. They allege that 50,000 people have been killed since IPOB began operating in the area. Really? 50,000? More than the entire population of some communities. Such an unimpressive display of mathematical gymnastics deserves an award for fiction writing. Perhaps they should contact Nollywood and secure a script deal. These so-called community leaders complain that security personnel were attacked and houses were looted. But the real question is, who burned those houses? Who benefit when a community is thrown into chaos? Is it not the same Nigerian military that has been known for decades to orchestrate false flag operations, burning down homes and blaming freedom fighters? The Odemoso Initiative should stop insulting our collective intelligence. The people of Osu know better. The truth is simple. IPOB is the most peaceful self-determination movement in the world, built with clean hands and untainted by crime. There's not a single record case of IPOB committing any atrocities anywhere outside Nigeria. Those who perpetrate crimes in the name of Biafra are mere imposters. Simon Ekpa's bandits, who have been denounced by Mazi Simon Ekpa himself and IPOB. But of course, this reality does not favor the political beggars of the Odemoso Initiative, so they conveniently ignore it. Ezi Fedi whips on national newspapers, claiming IPOB is destroying his hometown. But does he whip that the Nigerian military invade Biafra communities, raise homes, provide shelter to terrorists, terrorizing Biafrans, and kill innocent youths? Did he cry when security agents massacred peaceful IPOB members celebrating Donald Trump's election victory in 2015 or 2016? No, because of him. The only tragedy worth mentioning is the one that brings him closer to government money. The Odemoso Initiative should stop pretending to be victims and admit that their real agenda to dance before their Abuja paymasters, hoping for a plate of crumbs from the table of the oppressors. Instead of falsely accusing IPOB, they should direct their grievances to Simon Ekpa and his gang government, recruited criminals who thrive in chaos and bloodshed. The same Simon Ekpa in detention, and you are calling him. Okay? IPOB has a clean record and will never be tainted by the sins of imposters. But we understand their games and lies about IPOB. They seek to get government funding and keep the community enslaved. If only they could use their energy to fight for justice instead of groveling for money, perhaps also we'll be free from the real terrorists, the Nigerian state and its criminal puppets. For the Family Writers Press International. Still calling Simon Ekpa. The same people you are calling is out of the space, and you are still calling him. Time shall tell. That is the simple truth. Monarch remanded in prison pending bail conditions. The suspended traditional ruler of Urile Ifo, Oba Abdul Simiu Ogunjobi, had been remanded at the Ilaro Correctional Center in Ogun State after failing to fulfill his bail conditions. The spokesperson for the correctional facility, Yinka Odukoya, confirmed on Wednesday that the Monarch remained in custody. According to the Punch, Odukoya explained that Ogunjobi had not made the court bail requirement and will remain incarcerated until these conditions were fulfilled. Odukoya said, yes, he is in our custody, which means he has been unable to meet the bail conditions granted by the court yesterday. However, as soon as he does, he will be released. The Ogun State Police Command had charged the suspected Monarch on Tuesday following a viral video showing him assaulting a 73-year-old Abraham Ariola. The charges include conspiracy, assault, and behavior likely to cause a breach of the peace. The charge sheet MS2BHC/2025 specified that the incident occurred on January 21, 2025 and around 11 a.m. in the morning on Sojo Olu Street, Ipob Magisterial District, where Ogunjobi allegedly conspired with others to assault Ariola by slapping him on the ear, face, and every other part of his body. The charges further accused Ogunjobi of causing a public disturbance by forcing Ariola to kneel and assaulting him in front of others. The charge read that Abdul Samiu M. and others at large on the 21st January 2025 at about 11 o'clock hours at Sojo Olu Street, Ipob Magisterial District, did conspire to commit a misdemeanor to wit, assault and conduct likely to cause a breach of peace, thereby committing an offense contrary to and punishable under Section 517 of the Criminal Code Laws of Ogun State of Nigeria, 2006. That you, Abdul Samiu Mel, and others now at large on the same date, time, and place in aforementioned magisterial district did unlawfully assault one Ariola Abraham by slapping him on the face and ear, thereby committing an offense contrary to and punishable under Section 351 of the Criminal Code Laws of Ogun State of Nigeria, 2006. That you, Abdul M, and others at large, whatever kiniko, this one I'm even tired of reading the same method. The accused, who appeared before Magistrate F.A. Iroku, pleaded not guilty to the charges. He was granted bail, but with strict conditions: 2 sureties in the like sum of 5 million naira each, which must be resided within the court's jurisdiction. The case has been adjourned to March 6 for further hearing. The last but not the least, you must have serious amnesia. Naja Atu's statement is accurate. El-Rufai blasts National Security Advisor Madam Nuhu Ribadu. Former Governor of Kaduna State, Madam Nasir El-Rufai, has backed prominent activist and politician Naja Atu Mohammed, stating that her statement about National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu's remark against President Tinubu is accurate. Nigerians report that Mohammed had alleged that Ribadu previously described Tinubu as corrupt, but has now aligned himself with Tinubu's administration as National Security Advisor. In response, Ribadu, through his lawyer Ahmed Raji, issued a letter dated 4th February 2025 demanding a public apology and retraction, stating that the claims had caused him unquantifiable damage. The letter refuted the allegations, stating that Ribadu had never made such remarks about Tinubu, Senator George Akume, or Senator Orji Uzor Kalu. It is also accused Mohammed of inciting public sentiment against him and attempting to damage his reputation. The letter further warned that failure to retract the statement within 7 days and publish an apology in 5 national newspapers will result in legal action seeking exemplary damages. In a post via X on Wednesday, El-Rufai stated that Ribadu has severe amnesia, stating that the record of proceedings in the Senate will confirm that Nuhu made those statements sometime in 2006. According to him, the statement was subsequently published in a newspapers, which confirmed its essence. He wrote Najatu Mohammed versus Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu must have serious amnesia. Najatu's statement is as accurate as anything. The record proceedings in the Senate will confirm that Nuhu made those statements sometime in 2006. Subsequently, Daily Trust report below of February 2007 reconfirmed the essence of the statement. The conclusion of the Federal Executive Council in 2006, which can be subpoenaed from the Cabinet Secretariat of the Secretary to the Government of Federation Office, contained the allegations. In that special Federal Executive Council meeting, in which I was a member, Nuhu's EFCC made similar presentations, accusing many sitting officials sometime in 2006. This council conclusion will further remove all doubts, according to Nasiri El-Rufai. This is for the record and to remind the morally flexible that at some point in our national life, silence is no longer golden, but rather to maintain a stand, you need to be vocal. And according to the newspaper here, it said, we will frustrate Tinubu, Carlo, and others. Ribadu assertioned. Governors seeking the electoral positions will continue to be pursued by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the chairman said in that newspaper of 2006. Nuhu Ribadu, who spoke with newsmen at the presidential wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, however, said that the commission decided to single the Lagos State Governor, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his other state counterparts, Chief Oduzo Carlo and Governor Ibrahim Shekaru of Kano State, out because they were the only governors seeking fresh elective positions. He vowed that the governors will be prosecuted for alleged corruption following their indictment by an administrative panel of inquiry. He said Tinubu and the rest other governors should consider themselves as very lucky. They ought to have been where Joshua Dereye, the impeached Plateau State Governor, Ayo Fayose, the impeached Ekiti State Governor, and DSP Alamesia, former Bayelsa State Governor, also impeached, are today. They cannot escape. It's becoming more interesting day by day. Anyway, my people, I don't have more to say. When I hear me go take back break. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your mind. I'm the man, Amanda Neze. And I go hear my voice again when I come back. Kiemesiano, my wonderful people.